Hi, Anchor. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Hello. Not Google. You might need to be my Google today. Um, just give me like a thumbs up, thumbs down on how the audio is, considering I have the air conditioning on. If the air conditioning is too loud for you guys, um, just let me know if that's too loud. Oh my goodness. It's fine? Okay. If it's fine, then I'm gonna leave it on because I'm gonna get really hot in a minute. Anchor, 45 stream streak. We gotta go for 50. I gotta stream like 5 more times in the next 5 days so then you can get your streak on. All right. And if the music is too loud, please also obviously let me know about that. Oh my goodness. Hello, 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 hello. Hold on, I'm just getting my apron on and I'm trying to set up trying to watch the stream from, there we go. I'm trying to make it so that I can watch the stream on the laptop so I can keep an eye on you degenerates. Looking at you, YouTube. There we go. As long as I kind of keep it muted, I think we'll be fine. Say hi, YouTube. Say hi to YouTube, and YouTube will say hi back. All right. Gang, hello. I haven't done my hair or anything today. This is my bata de casa, my at home dress, which you can't really see anyway, so it doesn't matter. Mia DeGen, how very dare you? I don't know what happened to this pan. I went in the dishwasher and now it's got like weird stuff on it. Um, we have to make a recipe today that I specifically sent my husband away for today because I want to make it as a surprise for him. But the recipe is chicken and dumpling soup that we got actually from Coop via the Discord in the cooking and baking chat. So I also need to open the Discord so that I can keep an eye on what that recipe actually is because I've never made this before. But I wanted to make it and I wanted to make it on stream. That way, if I start to panic, I have somebody here to watch me. So the difference is the only difference for the recipe is I put the recipe in the exclamation point food command for you guys here on Twitch. That's just the recipe. Um, if you care, the recipe itself, um, it's basically from Facebook, I guess. So it calls for 1 can of home style biscuits, but I could only find these country ones. I hope country is the same thing. So one of these biscuits, a rotisserie chicken, which I don't have, but I do have some chicken breasts that need to get cooked. So we're gonna use chicken breasts that I'm gonna cook up really quick. You need chicken stock, which I have. It's kind of chicken stock. Does this count as a stock? What's the difference between a broth and a stock? A kissery chicken. So I got this stock, which again, a lot of the stuff that I use is no salt added because we basically don't use a lot of salt in our food. We salt it like more after the fact, but we're trying to reduce the amount of sodium in our diet. So anyway, chicken stock, There's going to be no salt, a can of cream of celery soup, which I didn't know existed. So shout out to Walmart. I had to go to like two different stores, but I did find it. And then last but not least, Coop said that he added this cream of chicken. Again, I got the no salt version because there was a ton of sodium in the regular version. And Coop said that he used cream of, I think, chicken and herb, but we don't have chicken and herb. We just have cream of chicken. So basically, you're just going to boil all this stuff together and add the biscuit into it for the dumpling part and then add the chicken. But the chicken is not yet cooked. So we have to cook the chicken. Stock is made by simmering animal bones for a long time to release the collagen and the gelatin, creating a thick body and natural flavor, while the broth is made primarily from meat and vegetables cooked quickly and heavily seasoned. Stock is made from bones, broth is made from meat. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Whatever they want to do with that. What's up, Baloo? Yeah. So we have like an hour. All right. First things first, I think we need to start getting things boiling on this side, but I need to kind of multitask because I have to make sure that I get these rolled out and this chicken cooked and stuff starting to boil. So I think we can kind of do things and then put it all together. Let's do the prep first, which means I'm going to I'm going to smush the biscuits and roll them out. And I'm going to, I think, cut the chicken breasts a little bit so they're a little bit smaller so they cook faster. So let's do that first. Um, I don't know if it's a good idea to roll out the Pillsbury can. How many does this make? This makes 10. So he said he used about 7. I think we'll be okay making like maybe like 5. Should I make 5 and bake the other 5 so then we just have them? Place on a biscuits 2 inches apart, bake for 8 to 10. Okay, let's do that. Let's bake half of them and put the rest in the actual soup. I think that's a good idea. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Again, if any of the audio sounds weird, you have to tell me because until I get the lav mic set up, I don't have a way to monitor my audio. So I'm literally just talking to myself and hoping for the best. I forget how to open these cans. Are these the cans that you can just kind of smack? Peel the entire wrapper here, then press a spoon. Okay. So I need you guys to remember this. I need you guys to remember, will it focus? Focus, focus, focus. iPhone, what can you do? Literally jack shit, apparently. Focus, 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 forward focus, forward focus, forward focus. Okay, well, the iPhone is useless, but this says, I need you guys to remember this 400 degrees for 8 to 11 minutes. I just need you to remember 8 to 11 minutes for me because I will absolutely forget. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Pillsbury. I'm sure they would take me behind the shed and shoot me if they knew that I was trying to promote their content. Oh, this is so scary. This gives me anxiety. Oh, shit. That was really loud. Okay. I need a baking sheet. Baking sheet. I need parchment paper. Parchment paper. Let's fit this in your, never mind. Do you guys know the baking sheet hack? The water hack? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? What am I making? Blue exclamation point food. And anybody on Twitch, you can use exclamation point food and you'll get the recipe, I think, of what I'm making. Did I add that in there? Did I do the move out correctly? No, I didn't. Okay, give me a second. I literally set up MoveBot and I didn't even hit save. Oh, right. That's why. It's a Facebook recipe. Jeez Louise. That should work now. All right, that should be saved. You guys can now use the. I got it. Yeah, I ran off real quick. I don't know if you guys can hear me stomping around when I like run back and forth between. Yeah, what does that link open up to? Does anyone want to let me know? Does that give you a Facebook recipe? Whoops, delete that. Hold on. Don't want to dox him. We're just gonna say we're not gonna post the recipe because I don't know how to get it without the thing, the sharing code. Um, Lolo, if you are able to, can you delete that last MooBot, please? Or I'll do it, maybe. There, I got it. Okay. If you want to, if you can figure out how to do it to update the MooBot with the recipe, otherwise, uh, yeah, I got it. Oh, jeez. I have to move quickly because I only have an hour. Chicken and dumpling soup. That's what it looks like for now. Okay, running back. Okay, we have to do this quickly. If you can figure out how to get the recipe without sharing who sent me the freaking recipe, that'd be nice. Anyway, the hack with the parchment paper so that it actually stays on your pan. I've been doing this lately as I put a little bit of water on the pan first. And then I just stick it on there so then it doesn't like fly off. Oh my goodness, it's the cat. She scared the crap out of me. You want to say hi to the people? This isn't very food sanitary, but we're going to cook you. We're going to eat you. This isn't very food sanitary. I'm sorry. Here, I'll move the stuff. Hello. Do you want to cook? No. Okay. He heard that I was making chicken and he got very excited apparently. Washing my hands. Don't worry, I'm washing my hands. I can hear you furiously typing. All right. We gotta move. We gotta move. We gotta move. King, I don't know how you do it your way. Okay, I'm taking my ring off. Oh no, my cat is extremely good. First of all, his name is Fig. He's a boy. He actually goes for his heart checkup next week. So prayers for him. Uh I haven't had it ever, actually. I have never had chicken and dumpling soup. I just saw the recipe from Coop on in Discord and I got really excited about it and was like, I have to make this. But I want to surprise my husband with it because I'm 99% sure he's never had it either. So I want to make sure that we both can experience it. Okay, this is going off to the side for now. We got to get going. I need to roll these out and like mush them a little bit and make them into strips. So I think I'm going to use, I just don't want to do it directly on the, oh, what is that called? The stove. Sorry, camera. I'm going to use this big cutting board to like roll it out a little bit. I need more space. I need a bigger kitchen. Um, Thank you, Moobot, and thank you to our gorgeous, incredible moderator team, specifically Lolo in this moment. All right. Do I have a little rolly pin? I do, but I don't know if it's going to be worth using. We'll see. Is that going to be good enough? Yeah, that'll be good. Let's just move these guys off to the side so I have a little bit of space. My cat, no, he does not jump on countertops because when he was a kitten, he jumped on the count. Basically, we were living in this like studio apartment and we didn't have a dishwasher at the time. So I don't know how thin I'm supposed to make this. I don't remember. So I'm just going to do it like that. We didn't have a dishwasher at the time. So all the dishes we had to hand wash. So overnight, the dishes would be left out on the sink or like next to the sink to dry. No, it's fine. It doesn't need to be rolled. We don't have time for that. Or floured. So anyway, the only reason my cat doesn't jump on the countertops is because when he was a kitten, I had like a cup and like a plate and stuff on the countertop overnight. And in the middle of the night, he tested out jumping on the counter. Like, must have got his foot caught like on the towel that I was using to dry the dishes, and basically came scared himself, came crashing down with a glass and like a bowl or something, and basically scared himself into never jumping on the countertops ever again. So we have literally never had a problem with him jumping on countertops or like on tables or anything. Only when we like move. The first time that we moved into like a real apartment, he tried jumping on the like one of the countertops or something once, and we did the like nope, and he got scared again. He jumped off and has never done it. So for the past like 10 years, how long have we? No, it's not been 10 years. He's only 7 years old. Probably for the last at least 5 years, we have never had him jumping on the countertop or anything. He doesn't even get like he doesn't even get like inspired to do it because everything he needs is on the floor. He doesn't eat people food. He doesn't even beg for people food. He has no interest in people food. Oh, I gotta get this off the floor. I'm gonna use the pizza cutter for this part. I've never had chicken and dumpling soup, so I'm not sure really like what the dumpling part is supposed to look like. But I'm just gonna like into like strips, I think, like that. Like right. He said make them pretty like uneven. So I'm just gonna like right, and just kind of do it like that, I guess. Was that part supposed to be floured? I don't know. He said just kind of like do it. So we're just gonna do it. I don't know if it's supposed to be strips or cubes. Oh, that one's a little bit sticky. Maybe I shouldn't be putting them on top of each other. We're just gonna do some big ones and some small ones, maybe. We'll leave those big ones. Da, 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 da. But anyway, I saw you guys playing Peak earlier. How was Peak? I ate the most disappointing lunch I think I've had in a very long time. I've never had a Firehouse sub before, and I ordered food from Firehouse Subs, which, by the way, stupid expensive submarine sandwich for what it is, first of all. Second of all, like, it was just, ugh, it was not good. Yeah, they're there's like so expensive. We had to Google it. I'm like, why like the we literally got like buy one get one free, and it was still like $30 or something stupid. I need a little cutting bit. So I had a submarine sandwich from there, and it was extremely mid, like disappointingly mid, because I was really looking for like a good Italian submarine sandwich, and it was so extremely mid. I was really disappointed. So this soup like needs to like be an absolute banger to make up for it. Because I'll be honest, I was the one who decided that we should have Firehouse sub for lunch, and it was so I just never had it before, so I wanted to try it. And like we don't go by there very often, like that area. So I'm like, I really want to try it. Tried it, was really like just not great. I forgot this was supposed to be shredded chicken. So let's just cut it into big chunks so that it cooks faster. But then I will shred it when we're done. You guys are gonna hate me the way that I'm doing this because it makes no sense, but in my head it makes sense. And it's just gonna have to work out in the end. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I was like the Firehouse because the thing is like, and especially in college, like I was eating Subway sandwiches like crazy because they were stupid cheap and we got like a student discount and everything. But that was in downtown Chicago. So as you can imagine, it's like not the easiest, like cheapest food to find. Like you gotta go with something like Subway. Okay. Let's start cooking the chicken and getting this soup stuff boiling. So I'm gonna put the soup stuff on this side for now because we're just gonna wait for it to boil. We can cook up the chicken here. So I think for this recipe, it's just boil the soups and the chicken stock. So let's just pour all this soup stuff in here. This is the cream of celery. That's a heart attack in a can. Look at how jiggly it is. All right, bottoms up, people. Girl, you eat like this? Girl, you live like this? This also might be like too big of a pot. You guys can't really see it, but I'll show it. I'll give it to you. I'll move the pot over when we're ready for it. Okay, that's the cream of celery. Now we gotta do the cream of chicken, which this one does not have a pull tab top. How much chicken stock? It says one box of chicken stock. But does that mean like 900 milliliters? Like that's a lot of stock. Maybe we just go based on thickness. Maybe just go based on thickness. Also, I do recognize this recipe would be better with a rotisserie chicken because it'll already be like super heavily seasoned and everything. Oh my gosh, you guys gotta look at that. I can't be the only one to have to see this. This is the cream of chicken. Nice. No, no, that looks appetizing. Oh, it's okay. My husband doesn't watch my stream, so he doesn't know what I'm making. I'm gonna do the old can method here. I'm gonna put 2 cans of broth, so like equal proportion to the cream. Yeah, like that. And then we'll just add the rest of this as needed. All right, let's get this monstrosity boiling. Oh God, it look I like cannot show this on stream. It's pretty dank. Oh, can you guys hear it sloshing? Hold on, let me see if I can get my AirPods close to it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's nasty. All right, we're gonna go boil this over here. Hopefully it'll start to become something other than slop. All right, we gotta get this chicken going. Oil, oil it up. Now I'm still getting used to using these stainless steel pans. My husband is like really into making sure that we're not putting in like a bunch of microplastics in our body. So he bought me. Oh my God, no! Shit, you guys forgot to tell me to check the oven before I started the oven. Oh no! Uh oh, it's okay. I got it. I was just telling you guys that my husband just bought me a new wok because the wok that we had was like peeling. Look how big this thing is. But also, it's too big to store in the cabinet. So I've been storing it in the oven. And as you can see, look at that. Look how, you can't even see on camera. It's so big. It's literally as big as my stove. So unfortunately, that's been warming itself in the oven for a while at 400 degrees, which, funny enough, the lid is glass and is only oven safe up to 400 degrees. So that actually kind of worked out for us a little bit. Try not to hear the panic in my voice at all. Okay, this is fine. 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 Chicken. So anyway, I'm still getting used to my Discord officially has the first 2 soundboards added. Uh-oh. Also, I can't hear any like notifications or anything that are coming through. So I'm sorry if you guys are like leaving a follow or a subscription. I'm trying to keep up with the chat in another window on my laptop off to the side, but until I get the lav mics in, I'm not going to have any stream what is that called? Monitoring. Oh, that oil is not hot enough. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to full send it. So I just need to get this cooked so that I can like kind of shred it up a little bit. I have a plan for this to keep it soft. But also thank you, Lolo, for whatever you've done. For whatever you've done and however you've done it. Starting to see some movement in the pot. I really hope this turns out okay because I'm looking real skeptical. And Coop, the emotional support mod, is not here today. So I would just really like for him to tell me if what I'm doing is correct. Put some salt on this chicken. See, this is what I mean. Like, I'll salt stuff. I don't want salt already added and stuff. I want to have control over it. Black pepper. I forgot the black pepper goes in the soup. I really like black pepper. So I'll put some on the chicken as well. And then I want this to still kind of be like Italian-y. So I think I'm gonna season it. Do I have oregano? Some oregano on there. That's basil. That's not the same thing. Yes. Bought these cute little like seasoning jars off Amazon. You can put your own seasonings in them. Yum. What does a rotisserie chicken taste like? So I do delivery, Anchor. Come to my house and I'll feed you. Anybody that comes to my house gets fed. It might not be good food, but you'll get fed. You might leave with your stomach full and like a parasite, but you'll be fine. Yeah, I just have a ton of chicken breast that has to get eaten. That's been sitting in the freezer because we eat a lot of chicken, but I bought a lot of it, and then I figured probably shouldn't be letting it sit for too long. So I'm just trying to have a lot of chicken lately to make sure that we get it all eaten up. All right, this soup is actually starting to look a little soupy. Oh, I forgot I broke my whisk. I was gonna say I'm just gonna whisk that guy, but I don't have a whisk. I broke my whisk when I was trying to make those raspberry or not, yeah, raspberry, blackberry, blueberry bars that I made last week. I broke my whisk while making them. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, I was very thirsty. Start getting a little bit more cooked. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit. All right. The biscuits can go in the oven at any point. I just want to wait until we're closer to being done because those only took like what, 11 minutes, it said? Does anybody remember what it said? Like 11 minutes, I think it said. So we have time. I would just prefer them to be like warm. So the soup is starting to be soupy. Is the soup supposed to be thick? Like, is it supposed to be like slurpy or is it supposed to be like soupy? Is chimkin, is chicken and dumpling soup supposed to be like chunky? Not chunky, like thick. How thick is it supposed to be? I don't really know. Based on Coop's Coops's like picture that he put in the Discord, it looks like it's supposed to be thick. Maybe it'll thicken up once we put the dumpling stuff in it. Bring to a boil, add the dumplings and stir. Add water to make it less thick. Huh. It seems like it's supposed to be a thicky boy. You know what I mean? Okay, I think what we're gonna do, I think we're gonna add the dumplings now to the soup part. So here are all of our little dumpling pieces. I'm just gonna drop them right in the soup. I know you guys can't really see, but I'm gonna try and break it up a little bit so they start to cook. And I think this will make the soup a little bit thicker. This would be a really bad day for my husband to suddenly decide to watch my streams. I told him specifically I was making something for him and I wanted it to be a surprise, and that he basically just couldn't be in the kitchen for like an hour, which honestly on like a Saturday is not hard. Is not hard to do. He's got plenty of other things to do. Trying to break it up a little bit. You guys keep an eye on the chicken. I'm gonna do the soup part over here. Just keep an eye on the chicken for me. Ow, I'm starting to get burned by the oil from the chicken. Oh yeah, this soup I think is gonna thicken up pretty quick actually. Because the more of these like little pieces I add of like what is supposed to be like the dumpling, the more it's starting to like I think absorb like the starchiness, the carb. Ooh, but the dumplings are getting too warm in my hand, so they're starting to stick. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I gotta go quick. I gotta move that chicken around. All right, guys, how's the chicken looking? Do I need to flip it? I'm counting on you. Oh, that. Oh, oh, that smells very nice. Okay, I'm gonna get burned. I have an idea. I think I put the heat too high. Ow. Okay. Now I do this when I cook chicken for the baby food. Oh my god, look at all that oil, dude. I add some of the chicken broth to the chicken while it finishes cooking, so it kind of keeps it moist. Um, and like doesn't dry it out so much. But this soup is looking bubbly. It's definitely boiling. I think I want to turn it down a little bit because I think it might be starting to burn. Add the dumplings, stir, and add water if you want to make it more soupy. I just need to turn it down. I think it needs to go on low for a minute, or at least on like medium low, because boiling is I think a little bit too high. You can feel it starting to burn on the bottom. I don't know if this is right. I've never had chicken and dumpling soup. It just looked really good when Coops made it, so I just figured, oh, I can do that. And that was stupid of me to think. Stupid of me to just assume shit. Okay, chicken is looking okay. I think maybe this is the time we put the biscuits in. Do you guys remember what the biscuits, what the timing on the biscuits was? Can I find the wrapper? What did I say it was? Like 11 minutes? 8 to 11 minutes. 8 to 11, 8 to 11, 8 to 11. Okay, let's put these guys in real quick. Biscuit boys are going in. 8 minutes. We'll start with 8 and we'll see how that goes because that oven was really hot for a minute. Okay, we got chicken going. We got soup going. How do you know when like the dumpling pieces are done. We're gonna swap. I'm gonna move the chicken over. Let me get a towel. Hold on. I'm gonna move the chicken over to the side where you guys, where the pot is, and you guys can keep an eye on the other thing for me. Do not do this while the stove is on. I'm just being stupid. This is really stupid. This is really stupid. This is really stupid. This is really stupid. Okay. We're just moving the pot over. So then I can keep an eye on the chicken over here. You guys can keep an eye on the pot. You can't really see because of the steam, of course. But it do be bubbling. Sorry, your camera's a little bit foggy. Also could have didn't really need to use the giant pot. It looked like Coop used a big pot in his, so I just figured I should use a really big pot. But this is like the biggest pot I have, and it's filling it like an eighth. Maybe we need to add more soup. I think maybe that guy was right. Maybe I need to add more, like the full box of this. Let's just go for it. Because I can always add like cornstarch to make it thicker if I need to. I need this to season this though. I'm gonna put some. I mean, it's kind of seasoned with like the cream of whatever. The cream of whatever the heck. I'm gonna add some garlic, some onion. I'll add some garlic and onion for now and see how that smells. I might add some oregano as well. I don't. Does somebody, Alexa, what what is the flavor of a rotisserie chicken? I haven't had one in a couple of years. Somebody have an Alexa? A spare? Anybody got a spare Alexa they want to ask? I'm gonna add some oregano. Just some. It feels like that's the vibe. The vibe is oregano. And you know what? Today is the perfect day for a soup like this because it's like rainy and like kind of cold. By cold I mean it's like 18 Celsius outside. If it was 18 Fahrenheit outside, we'd have a problem. Rotisserie chicken, savory, salty, and meaty. That's super helpful, Alexa. Thank you. Rich juiciness sets it apart from regular baked or boiled. The slow spinning of the heat makes it very tender. Yeah, but what is the spice? What is the spice of a rotisserie chicken? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's check if this chicken is doing okay over here. I'm gonna use the juice from this chicken pan, I think, too. I think that'll add a nice flavor. I just don't want it to be too like whatchamacallit. Depends on the chicken. Bro, Costco. I don't know, Costco rotisserie chicken flavor. Ooh, look at that. Ow, shit. Look at that juicy meat. Don't clip that. It's got barbecue flavor. Okay. I have some Should we put Worcestershire in this? Worcestershire is kind of barbecue flavor, isn't it? Worcestershire, Worcestershire, however you say it. I used to love Worcestershire sauce when I was a kid. If you can say that, Worcestershire, Worcestershire. That's my hint. Okay, where is my cut? Ooh, I have a good idea. Okay, this chicken is pretty much ready to go. I'm gonna move my laptop over. Let me put this away really quick. Pop it in there. I'm gonna move the laptop over. Denied. Oh, guys, we can't use the Worcestershire. Lolo has sent. We can't. I'm just throwing the chicken on a cutting board really quick to try and shred it. I'm gonna put some of these juices, I think, into the soup. Does it? Is that not food safe to do that? Any bacteria would have been boiled out. I'm like almost positive, right? It seems like a waste of good chicken sauce. You know, like a little bit of this, just like a that. I think that's okay. I think that's okay to use. That's true. If the chicken wasn't cooked, then that wouldn't be cooked. Let me get some forks because I also don't have like a meat shredder, like the little claws. So I got old school home style forks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is gonna work. To be honest, the soup is not as thick as I. Oh, maybe I can just feel it a little bit scrapey on the bottom. It's a little bit burned on the bottom. But how do you know when the dumpling part is done? I have too. See, this is why I specifically wanted to live stream me doing this because I have a lot of questions. None of them are getting answered, by the way. Oh, the dirty counter, bro! Shut up. So judgmental. I I think that our community really thrives on positivity and community support, and then Kirsie's over here like, look at your dirty kitchen, you slob, you little trash gnome, dirty kitchen, bad wife, bad mom, L. And I'm over here like, I love our community. It's so positive. You know, Twitch has this new thing where like affiliates can fill out like a little affiliate like portal for sponsorships and stuff, and you have to leave like a little bio about like this is what my streams are like. This is what our community is like. Blah blah blah. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, it's hard to say like, you know, our community is built on, you know, supporting each other, lifting each other up, positivity, blah 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 blah. Because you can go back and look at the comments, go back and read the chat, and it's like 3 years of Dead by Daylight and like 1 year of mom content. So I mean, the people in our community are fabulous. It's the other people that uh maybe might set us back a couple. Let's just say we ain't getting sponsored by Coca-Cola anytime soon. Nah, you guys are great. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but trust that I'm still here. I'm just trying to shred this chicken up real fast. And that beeping was for the whatchamacallits. I'm losing my mind, bro. No, we need him. I need Curiosity in the chat at all times. Because I'm not going to say if, when I have another issue in Capital City, I need him to know. Like, I need security cameras added to my house. I keep dreaming. I got some. I don't know what soundboards you've added, and I'm considering it's probably from this stream. I'm gonna go ahead and say denied. How's that soup looking, chat? Sorry, I called you chat. That feels like a slur. I don't know why it sounds like a slur to me. Every time someone's like, "Hey, chat," I'm like, call them by their government names. Okay, let's check the biscuits in the oven. Oh, those look good, but they're definitely not done. We need another. Let's try another 3 minutes. Okay, how do you know when the dumpling part is done? How do you know when they're cooked? How do you know? I'm gonna add the chicken. Excuse me. We're gonna use our hands. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. You're not eating this. My husband's eating it. He knows where my hands have been. Stop that. I can hear you thinking. Can hear you thinking bad things. Not in my house.
Pickle.
Oh, this is actually looking. Oh, I gotta tell you guys. Listen, I can't hear the pickle, but I see you redeemed it. So shut up. Wait, wait. This is looking good. It is kind of thick though. Oh, it is a kind of a thicky boy. I am gonna add some water. Actually, I think that's a good idea. Again, we're using the Campbell's soup can for the water measurement because I feel like that's the best way to do it. Considering we're using chicken breast. Wait, guys, this is actually looking so yummy. Can I tell you guys something special? I'm gonna tell you guys something I haven't like shared publicly. Um, when I make something for my husband that I think is like the bomb.edu, I tell him, I say, listen, I just made something that's gonna make you fall in love with me all over again. And those lemon, like why it was they were lemon, raspberry, raspberry, blueberry, and blackberry um little like dessert bars. Those were so good. Those were definitely a number one, like you're gonna fall in love with me all over again kind of thing. And it made me really happy. That gave me like a very unexpected boost of serotonin. I think this is another one of those recipes because this looks so banger. I haven't tasted it yet, but it looks really good. I don't know if I can get you guys on like a better way to see this. Hi. Doesn't that look so yummy? It's hard to see it because of all the steam. And the steam is like going directly into the camera. But it looks so good. I just don't know how to know when the biscuit part is done. How do you know when the biscuit part is done? Or the dumpling? Like, should I shush? How do we know? I need to like a fork. This looks really good, but I just don't know if it's done. Get a spoon and just sample it like chefs do. But the dumpling part, oh, these biscuits are done. I need a pot holder. Oh, this is gonna melt if I leave it in there. It's silicone. Guys, look at those biscuits, bro. Popeyes is quaking. I'm gonna put it over here. Oh, whoops. Maybe I shouldn't be putting it on. It's gonna have to go on the stove. I don't have like another spot for it. Turn that off. These biscuits, they're a little bit overdone because they're a little bit too golden on top. Ow. Just burnt myself. That's okay. All right, we're gonna get a fork. And I just want to see if like the dumpling part of this is done. Because it's very soupy. I feel like maybe we should add more water because it's a little bit on the thickums side. I have my little Brita filter over here. I usually don't cook with Brita water, but that's definitely going to offset the flavor. Oh my god, those biscuits smell so good. Because it's chicken. Again, I have never had chicken and dumpling soup. I'm doing this purely based on the fact that what Coop sent in the Discord, those like too much water. Oh shit, I already added more. You should have told me. You should have written it in the chat before I added another can. Gosh darn it. You want it to be thick? I thought it's soup. Oh shit. Should I get the cornstarch out, you think? Just put like a little bit of cornstarch. I'm trying to find a little dumpling piece. I want to see if this part is done. It's too hot. Okay, girl. It's chicken dumpling soup. It's soup, but it's chicken and dumpling soup. I'm gonna get out a soup spoon. This fat boy. Do a little. I don't know. It's gonna be too hot. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. It's actually pretty good. Ooh. You know what this needs? Oh, it needs something. What am I feeling that it needs? The cream of celery is definitely the way to go. What does it need? No, no, no. I'm not making the dumpling part. I'm gonna add more. I think it needs more oregano. And I think it might need more garlic. But I don't know if that's right. Garlic, onion. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt as well. Try like that. We'll see what that ends up tasting like. And I know that Coop didn't like his with pepper. He said that he didn't make his with pepper, I think. I'm gonna add more pepper. I think it needs it. That looks good. I just want to point out you're the mom with the kids. None of us are, so you should be showing us. Listen, you think that like when the children leave your uterus and they come out into the world, suddenly you just like have knowledge? Absolutely not. Do you know how much Googling I had to do? Like when I first had my girls, I was literally like using Chat GPT or whatever at the time to be like, is breast milk supposed to be like this? Because like some of my breast milk was like really yellow and like thick. And they're like, yeah, that's just the fat coming out of your body. I'm like, oh, sick. Okay. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's banger, bro. I think it would definitely taste better with a rotisserie chicken. But let's consider this the like lighter version of this soup. Oh, it's so hot. I'm gonna burn my little tongue. Guys, that's banger. Look at that. Look how good that looks. I don't know why my camera won't focus. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna add more pepper to mine on the side. And you know what? Does it count? I'm gonna open up one of these biscuits because I want to taste it with the thing. Biscuit time, baby. A little buttery biscuit for my boy. I'm just gonna dip this right in here. Ha, 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 ha. Banger. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Mm. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. You know what? This is gonna be a little controversial, but I think I figured out what this soup needs. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in here because the butter from the biscuit, I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more in. I have some softened butter. I'm just gonna put a little blop in there. Blop. I think we did it. Ooh, tortilla soup. Okay. You bring me some tortilla soup and I'll give you some of this dumpling soup. How about that? Oh yeah, we gotta take this off the heat. Oh my goodness, that looks fantastic. And you know, this is perfect timing because my husband is gonna be expecting dinner in like, well, not necessarily expecting to eat dinner right away. This has to definitely cool a little bit. But I think he'll be pretty much ready to come down to the kitchen in like the next 10-15 minutes. So this actually finished like perfect timing. And it is kind of thick. It could be thicker. I'm expecting that because of like the fat from the chicken broth over here that I made, the chicken juice and the biscuits themselves, this as it cools, I think is gonna stodge up a little bit. It's gonna get a little bit thicker. So I'm actually not gonna do anything else to it. I'm just gonna let it sit here and do whatever it's gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the back burner so it cools a little bit. And we're gonna tidy up, I think, just a bit. You guys can keep an eye on the soup. Let me know what you think. Because I always do these streams and I never clean up after myself while streaming. So I'm gonna do that for a minute. You guys can keep an eye on the soup. Um, some other updates for you guys. So the lav mics are coming. We should have them probably by the end of this next week. So I'm very excited for that. So thank you guys to everybody that either gifted subs or subbed themselves, even with your Prime sub. I appreciate that because that's what pays for these kinds of things for the stream. So thank you guys so much for that. The mics, there is like a new version of these same lavs that I'm getting, but like the performance difference is extremely minimal. So I'm not gonna like wait to spend an extra like $100 or whatever for the newer version just because the newer version is like has close to no noticeable like differences to the current version, and it's just not going to be worth it to buy it for like basically no payoff, you know. So those are in progress, those are coming. What else? I don't know if you guys care for lack of a better term, but these daytime streams I'm going to be doing, I'm going to keep doing them is basically the only thing I can say. I'm going to keep doing them. I have some other stuff that I'm working on behind the scenes a little bit. Some stuff that I want to try that I'm not sure is going to work, but I'm basically just working on some YouTube content that is outside of gaming content, um, which I struggle with, you know, because it's hard that we have a channel on YouTube already that's purely dedicated basically to gaming and streaming stuff, but I want to try doing a little bit different content. Um, so I'm gonna start working on. I'm gonna start like putting some of that stuff out. But literally have no timeline. I'm just kind of telling you guys what's on my mind right now because basically I'm working through these different ideas that I have and stuff that's kind of been sitting on the back burner basically since before the girls were born, and I haven't had any time to like sit down and work on the some more like personal stuff. Um, but you know, now the girls are, you know, they're getting, I don't want to say they're getting older, but they're getting a little bit more consistent with like the time that they spend awake and the time that they spend asleep and, you know, the different things that I do during the week. And I'm getting really into like this flow state of being at home. So I don't know. I don't know the reason for telling you guys this other than to say I'm just working on some fun stuff. And I think it's been really good for me, like mentally. I think it's been like a good experiment so far. I'm excited to share obviously more with you guys. I just don't want to say more when I don't even know how soon I'm going to be able to get this content out. But it is going to be specifically for the YouTube channel. And it's going to be stuff that's kind of recorded off stream, just offline stuff. Um, so that'll be fun. And then, of course, I'm trying to work on these edits for from the capital city stuff as well. So I think it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited about it. This soup looks good, man. I'm trying to resist the urge to like continue to eat these biscuits and stuff, but like it's so good. Look at that biscuit, bro. I haven't had like a Pillsbury biscuit, like can biscuit, in so long. I forgot how yummy they are. I need a non, let's get a ladle, like a non scraping spoon. Oh, yeah. See, immediately that starts to thicken up. Look at that. That's a bad example because it looks really watery, but it is thicker. Thickums. Just gonna dip my little bread in here. Bon appetit. Out hot. Yummy. Awesome. Hmm. That's it. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for cooking. That's all I got. Cooking YouTube channel coming soon. The cooking stuff so far is purely here on Twitch and YouTube live stream. I've been enjoying doing these little cooking streams, but the problem is I just don't want the like these are not as enjoyable to watch because I only have the one cell phone camera set up. Um and it's like in a weird spot. I don't really know how to make this setup any better. Because I don't have another camera. I would have to literally like maybe I could use the laptop camera. I don't really know. I'll have to figure it out. But I want to do more of these just like daytime streams because I think that they're fun for me and they're like very laid back and I don't want to say like low stakes, but like very relaxing. Like there's not a lot going on. It's just like talking and like going about my day while doing this stuff and just like hanging out with you guys. Um yeah, that's it. This was fun. I had a good time. We got the biscuits made. We got the soup made. I think my husband's gonna be super pumped about it. Let me find the little lid for this because I do want it to stay hot. Let's just like crack the lid like that. Let's put it on the side on like slant. I think that'll be good. I just don't want it to continue cooking too much and then get like really sloppy, really sloopy sloppy. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too sloopy, too sloppy. All right, I'm gonna finish cleaning up. I'm gonna get some dishes done real quick before everybody gets up. I think my husband went to sleep actually. I think he went to go take a nap. Um, yeah, that's about it. Give me a minute. I'm gonna well see if I can come sit down at the desk. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, I want to see if I can switch this over. Can I? Is that correct? No, that's not the correct thing. Um, I'm not sure. Anyway, well, this is the end anyway. I was gonna try and sit down at my computer and give you guys a proper send off, but my camera's not turning on. So that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out, just doing a little vibe. I hope you guys enjoyed the quick little cooking stream. I hope that Coops is proud of me for using only half of the correct recipe and still somehow making some soup. This was fun. I had a good time. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for vibing. And that's it. I'll probably be live maybe on like Monday or Tuesday this week before our normal Thursday night. So we'll see what happens. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for vibing. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until I do see you again, please remember to stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, drink your water, and I'll see you guys as soon as I can. Probably on like Monday or Tuesday this week. That's about it. Have an amazing day, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.